it's been a while since you've heard from us. You haven't actually heard from us since we started running trains again. So on September 1st, I gave birth to Elsie and Morgan. And at the same exact time, the first train in LB in a hot minute pulled out. And we're running trains again. It's going awesome. These guys are doing okay. And I think you could argue that Rowdy and Brian and our volunteer crews maybe did a lot more labor than I did. So here's a recap. It's been way too busy for them to film, but here's a recap from my perspective of how the last 2 months have gone. Tickets went on sale August 1st, and leading up to opening weekend, we were absolutely shocked at how well sales were going. We thought that train rides in September were going to be sort of a dud. You know, school, you're back in school, the state fair is happening. There's a lot of other competition for people's time. So opening weekend sold out. We weren't super surprised by that, but then the days just kept following the calendar and they just kept selling out. And we couldn't believe it. It was an awesome problem to have. Our core group of volunteers were really working their butts off, making last minute repairs to the 70. It's Brian and Daniel and Wonder Went, clearing back the right of way, cutting back all the brush, and then doing a super ad hoc concession area in the baggage car, which seriously needed cleaning, getting tables and chairs in our passenger cars, which Bill and Brian had literally finished that week. I mean, there was just so much going on. But it was all coming together super well. And yeah, I went into labor 6 weeks early. Babies were on the way, and I'm leaving Rowdy in charge of the operation, and he's talking about putting the Pulse 70 on Corn Hub.
My thoughts on the opening weekend, I just want to say, not to be too cliche, but it's actually a dream come true. As somebody that had invested over 11 years of their life, back when it was a nonprofit the first time, it's truly a dream come true to see the organization come back to life and to come back. And a day or two before the season officially kicked off, I had the honor of firing the locomotive down to LB to be part of the work train. So we're out there working to get things ready for the season. And as soon as we hit that first crossing coming into town, and the whistle's blowing, the bell's clanging, and we're making this triumphant re-entry into LB, I got a little teary-eyed. It was just so much fun and lovely to have it come back. Then for this little operating season that we had this year, I had the pleasure of being a conductor on quite many of the trips. And one of the fun things was just seeing all the families have fun, making memories. While this is it's a fun hobby for me, it's truly a passion project, but to see that my passion and our hobbies and our efforts can coalesce to help make an experience for other people that's truly creating family memories, that's fun. I see, we all talk about, it's the locomotive, it's the whistle, that's what makes us go. But in reality, it's seeing children with wonder in their eyes. It's seeing grandparents and young children be together, smiling on the train. It's seeing families with disabled loved ones have a good time, be able to do the same thing, experience the same thing all at once. And I just love it. It's wonderful. I'm so glad to be part of the organization and to have the railroad back. No, that's absolutely my pleasure to talk about opening weekend. What? Oh, yeah, we could. There's the other side of that story and how it actually opened up. That is a bit of a shit show.
So that first operating weekend, it was an experience.
Take the train down the day before to run a work train to get the baggage car, which hadn't been moved in some while, but just pissing down rain of biblical proportions. I swear I saw animals walking towards some big wooden boat in pairs. But anyway, Boss Man bought burgers and fries, so you know that's a plus. That's a plus. And then the next day,
11 a.m. comes and goes, and the train's still nowhere in sight. We haven't heard it either, and even if we hear 70's whistle quite a ways away, we're going, what is going on? And it's like we think they had an issue or something. Well, they did. They had a couple issues that morning.
our train down to LB for our triumphal re-entry, only to get basically halted halfway to LB by a whole bunch of downed trees. Several hundred yards length along the track of trees down. We're logging this line to get it all ready, and then back on the train and off we go. And in true historical Mount Rainier fashion, we ran a bit late that morning.
Finally, they show up about 20-30 minutes after scheduled departure, and got the train put together. Mostly everything went to plan with that. Everything got put together quickly, and by the time we were briefed and ready to go, we left about an hour late on that first train. And as soon as we get in there, we leave that first train, bathrooms aren't working. The tank is overflowing, and we can't get the toilets to flush anymore, and done. We just lost our only bathroom on the train. So, great. Off to a great start. Additionally, our point of sale in the concessions area of the baggage car also wasn't working because we didn't have to log in, because our fearless leader was in labor and had the password and was, understandably indisposed.
Oh yeah, back to me. So I had been a little bit busy, and the twins arrived just as the train was pulling out of LB. And Morgan and Alfie were both super tiny but healthy, and I was doing well, and we checked in with family and friends and all of that. And as anyone who knows that's been in a hospital, there's a whole lot of downtime and a lot of hurry up and wait. So by that evening, I had been scrolling through Facebook and seeing all of the posts from all of the rail fans talking about opening day and when the train arrived, and I was sort of like rocking back and forth going, okay, I really want to know what happened. I really want to know what happened. So Rowdy filled me in, and I was just totally blown away, hearing everything that they had to deal with, from Mother Nature to vandalism to just sometimes business stuff falls through the cracks. Like, I needed to verify the point of sale system, and I wasn't available to receive a text message while I was in labor. But, Brian and Rowdy were the only paid staff there, and with our volunteers, they carried over 1,200 people that first weekend, and it was just incredible because every single train that that they operated this season sold out. Every single one. And I don't know if that's ever happened in the history of Mount Rainier Scenic Railroad. Towards the end of October, both babies had been released from the hospital. My mom and my sister-in-law were here, and I got to go down with the whole family, and it was just so special to see my son, who's never actually seen the 70 move. He's 2.5, and he was so excited. And it was really amazing to see all of the work that the volunteers and our staff have done. Martin still hasn't stopped talking about the 70 pulling into the train station. And, it hits differently when it's your own family and your own kids that get to enjoy this thing that you've been working on. And this video really is just a love letter to the railroad and an expression of gratitude to the volunteers and the staff who have put so much into making this happen. And here's 2 continuing trains all winter long. We got our work cut out for us, so be sure you hang around and check out what we're doing next.